Hello, and welcome to Reef Community Worldwide Test Tuesday. What we'll do, we'll get people building up into the chat like we usually do. That's picture. Not done a live stream in so long, that's what it is. So, wait for people to roll in. Click, clack. Hello. Nat, Raven, hello. Oh, Reef Jesus just got to jump in. Give him a second and he should be here. Reef Jesus, you can hear me, you need to click on the join button. Knackered? No, no sleep. This isn't going to be a long. This is just a little one. I didn't do it, but I've been told to do it. So. Hello, Jeeves.
What's up, Paul?
How are you doing?
Oh, pretty good, bud. How about you?
Knackered.
Not good? Wore out, huh?
Absolutely knackered. Not even had no sleep yet. Like I said, we set off from Vegas yesterday at 10 o'clock in the morning. And it's 8 o'clock at night the day after now. But I've not even had no sleep.
Yeah, see, now you know how I feel when y'all talk to me and I'm working and I say I'm tired. That's how my work schedule works out.
Yeah. Hello, Go. Go to sleep, he's saying. Trust me, that's coming. I'm going to jump in the shower and then go to sleep. But I came home and first thing I did was clean the tank because I don't let anybody touch my glass. I'll feed it, I'll change the RO, but I won't let anyone clean my glass. I've got to do that myself. I've just done that and I've just changed the radions from Gen 3 to Gen 4. So.
Yes, I was talking with Owen a little while ago. He told me you got some new toys.
Yeah, so we're playing. I've been playing.
Yeah, you and me both. I did my tests because I didn't know if you were going to stream or not, so I went ahead and knocked them all out earlier when I knew I was going to be home. I took par readings with my new LED strips on the tank. I've been tweaking my new little overflow box I built.
Is it all going all right?
Oh, yeah. Tank looks good. Numbers look good.
That's what you want. As long as all that's good, you're all right. Let's see who's in here. Hello, Del. I'm not in work tomorrow, no. So Gen 3 for sale. You'll have to see Woody about that because I'm giving them to Woody. If he's selling them or not, I don't know. But I suppose he will be. See, the Gen 3s have made my corals boom. I didn't really need to change them, but when the opportunity comes along, you take it.
Yeah, especially if you get a good deal on them. Don't have to pay all that international shipping, huh?
Exactly.
So would you say probably a couple £100 by picking them up here?
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's worth it then.
Yeah. Seymour's in. Reefing with ore. Are you going to jump in? Jump in the link up the top. See if you get Seymour in here. That should be the link. I'm open.
Oh, I forgot to tell Seymour earlier. I was dying laughing when Michael was streaming, and he walked behind all y'all, and he had to duck down to get in the camera with y'all.
Seymour is massive. I didn't realise how tall he is. I knew he was tall. This is the funny bit. We went for a meal. Well, we just went for like a lunch, and I ordered, what was it? Is it Philly steak and cheese?
Mm-hmm.
They come on this like basically it's like your hot dog bun. And
Yeah,
I held it with two hands like this, and it looked big and fat. Seymour picked it up with one hand. It looked like a little snack. You know what I mean? And I just looked at him and laughed because I'm holding it like this. He just went and he had it in one hand and it just like fit in his hand, and you're like, what the? He's a big guy, especially compared to us because we're only small. I'm 5'9". He's like 8 foot tall.
Yeah, he's only got about 2 centimeters on me. And my best friend has got what is a 6'7"?
Yeah.
6'7", right? Yeah, my best friend is 6'11", so he's got 4 inches on oak.
Yeah. Oh, Prestige Reef's here. Hello, Ryan. Oh, DC's here. Look, all the Las Vegas. We're having a reunion. We're having a Las Vegas reunion.
I guess I need to leave then.
Yeah. Everyone, DC, links up there, jump in. Everyone else, jump in. If you want to jump in, jump in. Everyone's welcome. Let's have a Macna talk. Why not? If people, you click the link, it might be a different way to get into the Hangouts. When you're in, just click the connect button, call button, or whatever it is. I think that's the way it's doing it. I don't know.
They changed it up on the phone. If you click the link on the phone, you have to click like sign in to Hangouts or something.
There you
It'll
go.
kick you to like a sign-in screen. You have to click like log in or sign in to Hangouts. Then it'll kick you to the Hangouts. It'll ask you open in Hangouts app.
At least we know. Can't log in with the link you sent. So Seymour just said he can't log in. Let me try. Bear with me, people. I'm going to put another link back in. Nico's in.
What's up?
Hello.
Awesome time. Awesome time.
It was.
Awesome.
It's Test Tuesday, and I really don't want to do Test Tuesday. But if you do 1 day a week, you've got to come on 1 day a week.
Today's the third day I've been home. And it's like I'm just now starting to get back to myself after that weekend.
I'm tired. I'm just tired.
Yeah, exhausting. Did you see? Yeah, I typed something in the chat. Did you see it?
In where? In here?
Yeah, I typed something. I don't know if you've seen it or whatever.
Where?
So maybe something's wrong. I don't know. So I decided to jump in. I can't stay long. I'm actually in the hospital. My nephew had a baby. They had twins. Yeah, see? Let's see.
I'll probably got like 20. Something like that.
Oh, there's one. Where's the other one?
The other one, they were born premature. So the other one's actually in Children's Hospital because they had to take him to another hospital, make sure he was breathing. So they had tubes and wires everywhere. So, yeah. So, yeah, I just wanted to stop in and say hello. And you guys seem, yeah. It's going to take a couple days, man, especially your guys' flights. So.
That's it. I'm knackered, so. Absolutely knackered.
Yeah.
Let me look at this. Right. Type something in the chat.
Hold on. Let me see. Let me go back over here to this. Did it show up?
That's what I'm looking for. No. Yeah. You're not in a. Not in the. You're not in the block list.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you're not in the block list. So I don't know why it's not coming up. Hang on, let me try something. Community settings.
I'm getting at home to get a free cover.
A, B, C, D.
Yeah, like a whole bunch of like different stuff. You do have one for cover.
You're not in the block list, so I don't know why your thing's not coming up.
Yeah, I don't know. I just that's why I jumped in because I was like, nobody see it. Hey, Ryan, Prestige Reef or Miss Saltwater Tank or which one am I talking to? No.
Yeah.
DC, what's up, dude?
That was the run of the show, people.
It really was. It really was.
Yeah, you definitely not. You're not in the block list. I don't know why it's not doing it.
I have no idea. See if you give a wrench and see what happens if it says something.
See how do I do it if you can't put your name in the chat though?
Go to my channel and actually about and see if it's there. So just bring up my channel about that way, as if you want to block me, and see if it pops up something there.
I can't just channel name here.
It says I'm hungry, so that's why I'm up.
Right, bear with me a second.
Just hit 2.
Type something in.
All right.
There you go.
That's sometimes it does that. That's why I said you have to go over there sometimes. If it's done from there, then yeah. Just depends. But yeah. Awesome, man. I hope we can all do that again, man. That was that picture, all of us was that was epic. Epic.
Yeah.
And I got to see we got to see Woody for real, the real Woody.
The real one. Well, I said,
Yeah.
do you know, the funny thing is, even my missus says, is that what Woody looks like? Yeah. That's different. How was the trip? It was good. It was good, but tiring. I think you just you're tired constantly.
Yeah,
You know,
it's gonna take a couple of days. It's gonna take a couple of days, man, because you just don't get enough sleep in those. I mean, this weekend was epic. Like you're literally going to bed late, get a couple hours of sleep, and you're back at it. And it drains you. Plus, your guys' flights were long.
Yeah. Well, they changed our flight last minute.
Oh my!
They rang us up as we was getting into the taxi going, saying that your flight had been changed.
Wow.
It was going to fly to Texas, and then it was going to fly to the UK from Texas. We just kicked off a little bit and said no. So they flew us to New York, straight off that plane, straight onto another plane, straight to the UK. So we got back quicker. We got back quicker, but
wow.
And they upgraded us in the plane, so it was even better.
Yeah, my wife actually, DC, yeah, Woody. Yeah, just something about Woody, man. Woody is, Jamie is like, man, he is a ball.
Yeah, that little Chris that was with him, he's just a funny little guy. Him.
Oh, yeah, Chris, silent but deadly.
He's funny.
Yeah, Chris, man, he's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off here. I gotta finish visiting here with my nephew and the baby, and we gotta head off to our little one. She starts school tomorrow, so we gotta go to what is it? Orientation. So
Cheers for jumping in.
Yeah, no problem, man. Anytime, man. I'll catch you on the next one, Paul.
Yeah, no worries. Well, me,
Good seeing
Tuesdays for me when I can be bothered.
All right. Good seeing you again, too, bud.
Yeah, you too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There we go. So, hopefully the baby's okay. That's it.
Yep.
Right. JB, always one of the girls, are you okay? I'm just, like I said, I'm tired, everyone, so never mind me. Paul, how's it going? It's going good, exclusive. Going good. Just saying, like Macna. The thing is, right? Let's talk about Macna for a bit. And there's people that was there from Macna that went to Macna. For me, it wasn't I was looking for something better when I was there as a hobbyist. But when you get there, it seemed to be more towards a trade for me. Bearing in mind, I've never been to a Reefapalooza and I've never been to a Macna, but I have been to trade shows. And to me, that looked like a trade show, not an hobbyist show. And for me, it was a bit disappointing that people had to pay as hobbyists to go when there wasn't a lot for hobbyists there. Now, that's my opinion. And bearing in mind, that's the first one I've been to over there. But I have been to trade shows over here. That is just for the trade. And to me, that was a trade show. So, does anyone want to jump in? You still there, Jeeves?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. It's like DC. I barely went to Macna. So DC, like DC's in the chat. Let's just ask DC. DC, did you think it was more of a trade show than an hobbyist kind of show? Is Reefapalooza more of a trade, did people go to that Aquashella? Was that seems to be geared more towards the hobbyists, not Macna's towards the trade?
Yeah, me and O were talking about that earlier. There's a lot of equipment, and like you said, it's a lot for vendors is what I haven't been to one, but from hearing the people that I know that went last year, that's what they said. It's geared towards vendors and dealers. And
yeah, see, when we was going around there, we was asking about certain stuff, and straight away, like, Woody went up to, I'm not going to name names because it's not what you do, but he went up to one of the stores and says like, oh, this is nice, how do I get one of these? He goes, oh, we don't sell these to the public. And then you're like, hang on, what are you here for then? It's supposed to be an obvious show. Straight away, no, we don't do it to the public. Went to another one that was selling like, I'm not going to mention like what they were selling. They were selling something else. But straight away they come out with a book. I think they thought we was trade. So they started showing us trades. And we're thinking, do you know what I mean? Straight away, you're like, this is a trade show. This isn't an obvious show. Macna is cool for vendors and businesses. That's what I'm saying. So it's like Reefapalooza. I've never been. So if someone's been to a Reefapalooza, explain to me what's the difference between that and that.
So we have a local one here that's a hobbyist show.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of coral vendors, some gear vendors, but it's all like half off gear, you know, and a lot of corals.
Yeah. Prestige. It's the talks which are meant to be more for the hobbyists, although I didn't go to any of them. The talks might be for the hobbyists, but it's a show. It's not a talk show. It's supposed to be a show. When I wanted to experience is walking in somewhere where it's stuff where you think, wow. And if you wanted to get something, you could get something. And it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. So you just say you brought a big fat wallet with you. You couldn't get anything there. You couldn't buy stuff from there. There's a couple of stores that sold corals, like Jason Fox was there. Worldwide Corals were there, selling stuff. For me, overpriced, but I can't bring them back to the UK. But other things, there's nothing for you to buy.
There's your answer from DC.
To me, it's not for the obvious. It was geared towards businesses. Reefapalooza is about the hobby because of the coral sales, and it's not structured. It's just to be a big work stop and hang up. Yeah. Macna is more tech. It's tech. It is tech. It is tech. But it's a trade show. It's a trade show.
Yeah.
It's a trade show. So what they should do is call it Macna Trade Show and not charge people as much to go in. I think that's a bit steep for people because basically what they try to do, they try to force you to buy the weekend pass and all that. In my opinion, again, you could walk in there in a day and you won't need to go again, but people are not knowing that and buying the weekend pass thinking they're going to miss something. And when you say about the talks, you literally will be going back for the talks because you could walk around that Macna in an hour. You could walk around all of it, have a look at everything within an hour. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I had a cracking time. I had an amazing time when I was there. But I never had an amazing time because of Macna. I had an amazing time because all the people that was there. And we had a really good time with the people there. We had good meals together. We had good chats together. We went out together. That's what made it for me. And especially DC, because he's the coolest guy you could ever meet. Just doesn't care. He just chilled out like that. Why was this point with what there wasn't a lot of new equipment? That's also true. I think everyone was expecting Ecotech to be sneaky and come out with the Gen 5 lights. That's what people was expecting. A lot of people are told me that. That's what.
Well, they just released the Gen 4s, what, last year?
No. That was 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
And they've always stuck since the first one came out. They bring them out every 2 years. Do you know what I mean? They've not brought one out. So everyone was like, oh, Macna's coming up, the big one and all that. They're going to be releasing something special. Nothing. I think that disappointed a few people. Or something from Ecotech. There was nothing. Let's have a look here. He was at, right, start from here. I was there for the YouTubers in Vegas, then Macna last. Do you know what? If you're going to do Macna next year, do what DC says. That's the best way to do it. For me, I love meeting Seymour because I think he's the best guy in the world. He's so nice. He's like a big cuddly bear. And he snores like a bitch. That's what annoyed me. Because he was snoring. Was it last night? He was snoring so loud I couldn't get sleep.
Who was that?
Seymour. I was even shouting to shut him up, banging, and he didn't wake up. The Kessel X looked to be. Do you know? I agree with that. The Kessel. Now the Kessel was there. You had one single Kessel over a 3-foot tank, and there was no shadowing over it, and it looked beautiful in the tank. It just blew the tank up. That I liked. That I thought was really, really nice. That's one thing that I did like. Well, I'm going to Macna in Florida. I just had fun. Hey, buddy. This is my daughter. Mage, I'll go with you. Wasn't expecting it. Aquashella won't. You see, it will coexist with Reef Palooza. Yeah, I think Macna. I think Macna will fade away if May just become a trade show. And what I've seen of Aquashella, I think that is going to be the next big one and all. I don't think that's going to fade. That's not going to fade away. I think that's just going to get bigger and bigger. When I go to shows, it's time to party. There you go. DC's got it again. Next year, Macna is in Disney World. There you go, people. If you want to go to Disney World, and if your kids have always wanted to go to Disney World, 2 birds, 1 stone. Talking to Sean from Fritz, Aquashella, going to be the best show. Yeah. Now, what people need to realise is Sean is like one of the big boys at Fritz, but the show is not part of Fritz. So that's like his baby, isn't George's baby. Y'all assume Eco was going to have something. That's why y'all disappointed.
Michael. Did you see Michael's comment on Facebook?
No.
On the guy's post, guy asked, "What's the cheapest auto top off for my Nano tank?" Thanks. Michael said, "You and a gallon jug, or you and a jug."
He's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not auto then.
No, it's not all. It's cheap. You can buy little cheap ones that just with the float valves for what, $40-$50 or £40-50. You had fun, Paul. Besides the snoring, yeah, it was amazing. Kessel looked sleeker, thinner. It's definitely thinner. It looks sleeker. I just don't like goosenecks. I just don't like the goosenecks. Me. That's what puts me off with him. And I like the Radians. Agreed, Sean. It seems to be just keep going and going. Looks like you got some real sun. The thing is, it's been really hot in the UK, so I've had like dark skin for the last couple of months. I never really went out in the sun while I was there. That was Dave. I'm like well far behind people, so just bear with me because it's the bookings aren't open yet. I don't know that. Here's what I get said about Macna. The only way you can pump the light into the skin is get excited. Did you all go to the pool party and the banquet? I never went to the banquet. In fact, a lot of people didn't go to the banquet because we was all going out. You know, like having meals together and that, which I think was better. Like I say, we had a meal with Cruz and Ling. We had a meal with Sean from Fritz. DC went to the banquet.
See, that's one reason I wish I would have gone to Macna last year is I like watching all the talks.
Yeah.
You know, I like that kind of stuff. So I've watched all the ones from last year as I'm waiting for somebody to post them this year. All the different, speakers and stuff. Because I like that techie. I like to read white papers and stuff like that, research papers.
Yeah. What people need to know and all, you've seen us wearing Senai t-shirts. The thing is Matthew, the owner of Senai, he's always supported Reef Community Worldwide. Like the Facebook page since it started, 3-4 years ago. So when I started that up. And I just said, make us some t-shirts with his names on. And he did something, he got the Senai t-shirts and stuck his names on them. That's what it were. We never got paid to do it. So don't, if anyone thinks I've got paid to do it, we didn't get it. We didn't get free stuff off him, so don't worry about that. It's just like Matthew's a friend of mine. That's what it is. 30 minutes to test Alc and log off. I'll pass. I'm not testing today. It's called Test Tuesday because people expect to test Tuesday. I'm just too tired. What we'll do, if you go on the Reef Community Facebook page, I'll put my results up there in the next couple of days. But I'm going to Florida on Saturday, so.
You're going to Florida this weekend, so you're flying back over here?
2 weeks.
You said you're going to Florida Saturday?
Yeah.
So you're flying back over here this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. You should have just taken a week off and stayed.
Yeah, everyone said that. Right.
What you spent on flights, you probably would have saved on spent the same amount on a hotel somewhere.
Do you know what? It's actually cheaper to fly back to the UK to fly back to the US than travel into the US itself.
Mm.
Yeah, it's silly. Right. The bank Paul's knackered. Yep. SYT and balls. BRS will cause yeah. See you later, Ryan. Ryan Prestige Reef. Basically, right. If you're not subscribed to Prestige Reef, go to it because the guy's a good guy. He's a nice guy, and he knows it.
Is that the other guy that was with y'all this weekend?
Yeah, Woody that was with us.
Yeah.
Everyone calls him Sir Woody. He was with us. You have Chris. Chris comes on the chat, but he's not got a YouTube channel. With Seymour, but Ryan, if you look at the pictures, the channel used to be Miss Saltwater Tanks, but it was actually his channel. She was just the face of the channel, but it's always been his channel. And like I say, he did all the scripting to it and all that. It's like she was just the face of it. Justin being lazy. Did Senai have the new tech on? Senai never had a stand there. Senai, yeah, they didn't have a stand there. But Senai will be there next year. We're talking about the big box, that test for you. Oh, I had a good chat with them. I told them about Test Tuesday. I just said, we do Test Tuesday. A nice little box for me. But they're about $1,000. Has anyone tested yet? K-Town Reef, I don't think anyone's testing. People that was in Macna are still knackered. I'm absolutely knackered. But I hope people do test because it's Test Tuesday.
As I did. I got all my stuff done a couple hours ago.
Yeah,
I haven't done phosphates though. That's the only thing I need to do still.
Yeah, that's it. I want to test, but my body's telling me no. That's the only out tested. Well, looking at my tank today, everything's doing great. Anyway, it just looks good.
Let's see. Let's run this pain in the arse test here.
Yeah, DC and Rico have given Ryan nightmares. Ryan went out drinking with them.
That's the whole reason I wanted to go. I wanted to go get drunk with all y'all. See how you British boys hold up.
Oh, I can hold me on. No. Do you know what? We really didn't have many while we were there. I think what it was is we was waking up in the morning early. Bearing in mind, because they're 8 hours behind us, so we get jet lag when we get over there. But by the time the jet lag starts to fade, we're going home.
Right.
Yeah. You need a good 3-4 days for jet lag to disappear. And it just, like I said, we were just tired all the time. Like little Chris that was with us, even Seymour, right? He's only 3 hours behind Las Vegas time, and he was falling asleep.
I don't have a good frame of reference because last time I flew was for my honeymoon. We flew to San Francisco. It was whatever, like a 4.5 hour flight. But I mean, I was so hungover from the night before that it didn't really matter. Plane took off, and all I did was close my eyes and don't throw up, don't throw up, don't throw up.
Ailey, hello, darling. I hope you're doing all right. Yeah, oh, go. I've got your stuff here. I picked it up from the stand for you. That's it. In a couple of weeks, come get it. What am I reading? It's getting better now. Go. No rush. Well, you know what's here. I picked it up. Just kicked it and squashed it in my suitcase so it fit in. Did anyone take their coral on the plane? Not me. We get in trouble. Oh, look who's here. So Woody's in here. I think that's the link. Let me get the link in. Let me get the link in for people. Bear with me, people. I'm getting the link. Oral Seymour's joined the conversation. Yo, Seymour.
Who's this?
How we doing?
I'm chilling, man, bro.
Tired?
Knackered.
I was just telling people that you snore.
Bro, seriously?
Hey, if you snore. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Well, it's not bad for anyone else barring me because I was there. But other than that, I was just telling everyone that you're like a big cuddly bear. Really, really nice guy. Blow smoke up his ass, Stacey. But he's a nice guy. Dev, are you knackered? Dev was in the line actually when we was going to the catching planes. I said, so he's not been back so long. I post a little video on Instagram on the moving, a bit kind of cool. We're coming to the UK next. See, that'll be good. Get to the UK. Get Woody Taylor out round Buckingham Palace, see his grandma.
Hey, Paul. Hi, everyone.
Hello there. How are you doing?
Doing good. Getting ready to test this tank.
Good, good.
So just wanted to let everybody know that my mom's doing good because I know I made a comment in there just so that everybody knows. I take her to the surgeon on Thursday, and hopefully they will remove her peg tube. They've been in there holding her stomach in place for the last 6 weeks. So we're hoping that everything goes okay, but she's doing well.
Good. Good to know. CMG's coming in. Closing the hangouts. See if he pops in.
I'm here. I'm trying to do this stupid phosphate checker.
Ooh. What is Reef? Where are you at? No issues with Aquatronic. I tested everything 12 hours and hooked it up to the apex to log it there. See the Aquatronic, that's another one. I'm going to wait for the Senai one to come up. I prefer doing my dosing myself, and it's cheaper. A lot cheaper. Hopefully it'll be out by the end of the year.
Do you know if it's going to be cheaper?
It'll be cheaper than the Alcatronic, won't it?
Alcatronic is $1,000.
And the Senai will be around $150, so $199. But what is it? What's the Senai price there at the minute?
I'm sorry, I missed that. What did you say?
What is the Senai price at the minute over there?
$99 for the regular Reef monitor?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I forgot. Is it $199?
They'll be the same price. This cage monitor will be the same price. Timo, look what I'm wearing.
Oh, nice.
Timo got this. Right.
You sure it's going to be the same price?
That's Timo. Libby said that her mum's pinched one of her makeups.
Her mom's pinched one of her makeups. All right, well, that's what moms do.
There you go. There you go. I want to laugh you. Go shouting on it. Go. So what did you learn at Macna, Paul? I learned that Americans can't set aluminium or basil or tomato.
Aluminium, tomato, and basil.
Basil. You know what? Right now, my wife's I'm on a live stream. I'm on a live stream, and my wife's showing me a bag she's bought. Right, seriously. I'm on a live stream. What's going on? Right, look, she's got a new bag for Disney. A new Disney bag for weekend. There you go. Minnie Mouse bag. Right. I can see it. I didn't learn anything. I learned that DC's kind of cool.
What did you learn?
I learned that DC's kind of cool. I learned that seawater's got hands the size of shovels.
What did you learn about fish?
What did I learn about fish? I learned that you like eating fish, and I don't. That's it. Listen to this, everyone. I went to Macna and I brought Seymour a tin of mushy peas.
Yuck.
I brought my tin, didn't I, Seymour? It's been so quiet. All the way from the UK, a nice tin of mushy peas. So when he has fish, he's got mushy peas to go with it. Oh, Mage, we did see the baby tangs. So while there was a tank with captive bred tangs in there, and there was tiny yellow tangs in.
They looked see-through. They looked really cute.
Transparent, completely transparent. Like I said, there was a few of them in there. There was some that there was the same size. They're the same size, but some was transparent and some just started turning yellow. But they're all the same age. They come all from the same batch.
I thought that was neat.
Click clack. What sort of reef of all? I like the banner Senai got you to wear. Senai got no one to wear anything. Senai made us the t-shirts made us put our names on their t-shirts because we asked them to. Well, I asked them to. No one made us wear anything. Senai wasn't even there, so it's not like we was walking around advertising. Well, we was advertising them, but yeah.
Senai.
But no one made them.
Senai made me wear the t-shirt.
Oh, Reef Keeper was saying something about the mandarins too. Yeah, they were tiny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw those. That was in what was that from? No, from the guy who does the biota aquariums.
Yeah, it was tiny, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they're all unfrozen already, so you don't need to. I wish I took video of that, but they were so cool. So I asked him. I said, "Hey, what about putting these in a nano and growing them out?" He said, "Yeah, actually, they have customers that do that because when you have them in a nano tank, they're easier to target feed. So you sort of put them in a nano tank and grow them out, and then you put them in a bigger tank once they get bigger. But if you buy from Biota, they're already unfrozen."
Mage, was Jabo there? Or Jabo, whatever you call it. I think there was kind of there, because some products was rebranded as other stuff. But yeah, there was, because them lights was there that you seen, Mage. The ones that look like the Ecotech. They was there on the stand.
Well, Jabo had a booth.
Yeah. Was it Jabo though? That's what I'm saying. Was it Jabo?
No, Jabo had a booth. It was a very small booth in the back, but I think Jabo had a booth.
I don't think they had was it named Jabo though, or was it something else with Jabo products on it?
You know what? You might be right about that, but whoever.
Wait, what are you talking about?
It was someone who distributes Jabo products in the U.S., but the booth said Jabo and it, the Jabo logo.
Right. All right.
I know Michael interviewed the Fish Street guy. Is that who it could be?
Probably.
No.
Yep.
No.
Wait, what are you guys talking about?
That's George. The Fish Street guy's George. He's nothing to do with Fish Street.
No, not that Fish Street. Hold on a second, TMG. Not that Fish Street. In the U.S., there's a website called Fish Street that sells all Jabo products.
No, that I know. But was he there?
They said Michael interviewed him, so I don't know if that's the same.
No, but Michael interviewed George, who's got a website called Fish Street, which is nothing to do with Fish Street.
Oh man! All right, I'm confused. I'm confused.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's confusing.
Yeah.
What product are you guys talking?
Say again, TMG.
No, I said, what product are you guys talking about?
No, the Jabo light. Do you know the one that Mage did a video, what, 12 a year ago or something, with the Jabo light that looks like the Radiant.
Oh, they have that at Macna?
Yeah, it was there. Do you know the thing is though? I never seen it. A few other people seen it, but I never seen it, so I must have just walked straight past it.
Oh, nice. That I hope somebody does a video on that.
I think the only light that made me go, ooh, was the new Kessel. That's it.
It's cute. It's real cute.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Recommend go to Aquashella next year. Yeah.
Was my camera not working?
No. Okay, so I just bought a DC S900 J-Bo return pump yesterday. Now, the return pumps are J-Bo. I think they're amazing pumps. Do you know what I mean?
Phenomenal.
Seymour, what return pump have you got?
Ooh, a Red Dragon.
Ooh.
Ooh. Royal exclusive simmer. I have to redo my sump now to fit this stuff in, but Red Dragon pump, Royal exclusive skimmer.
What's the flow on that Red Dragon pump?
I think the flow, you know what? The flow is not that high, but it handles head pressure well. When you look at the head pressure reading for it, it handles head pressure really well. Not as good as an Abyss, obviously, but yeah, I think the one I have is I don't remember. But yeah, but it handles head pressure well. But you run a Red Dragon for the silence, and just to say I got a Red Dragon. So
What he just said, 500 litres per hour it does.
I don't know what that is in American.
5,000 litres per hour.
Yeah. What is
1,200 gallons per hour.
Yeah. All right.
Roughly. Hold on. Let me give you the number. I got my calculator.
I think you're right, Jeeves.
3.8, 1,315 gallons per hour.
Is that US gallons or UK gallons?
US gallon. It's 3.8 liters per gallon.
This S9000 was 130 Canadian.
Have we started going through test results yet, or no?
Just throw your test. Then you've got them, throw them out.
I'll tell you.
Usually I test and all, but I'm not, so just, tell everyone you test.
Go ahead. Tell everyone your test, Jeeves.
Well, I'm going to type it as I go. Out 9.3. Calcium was 430. Magnesium, 1380. Nitrates, 0. And phosphates, 0.
What are you using to test them?
Nitrates is Salifert, and phosphates is a Hannah checker.
Did you, when you did the zero nitrates, did you put have you tried turning the paper to the side and the side was on?
Yep, it's clear both ways.
Ooh.
Were you using a scrubber, Jeeves?
I got a skimmer that's rated for, what is that, 125 gallon tank on it? On a 40.
Oh.
Why don't you just turn it off, the skimmer?
I've got it set to where it skims very, very dry, so it's not pulling a whole lot out. It's one of the hang-on back Reef octos. So, I mean, it's not super efficient, but I mean, I just set this up. I've been doing water changes. I've got a refugium going. So, I mean, it's not like I don't feed. I get a little bit of algae on the glass. Both film and light, like almost hair, little spots of hair here or there. So I know it's not true zero, but it's extremely low.
Yeah. Oh, 1 second. Libby!
That's proper reefer numbers, Jeeves.
Hopefully I can grow some SPS now.
What I do is make sure that you do good feeding with nitrates. Nitrogen, come here.
Yeah, I'm feeding Coralin Zuck Amino every other day, Coralin Zuck Sponge Power every other day. And then every day I feed the fish. One day I do pellets, one day I do frozen. When I do the frozen, I dump all the slurry in the tank.
It's America, can't you tell? Look. Ooh, Twizzlers. What else did I get? Look at this. Ooh, Hershey's.
I wish I could show everybody my can of mushy peas, but
hey, there's nothing wrong with a can of mushy peas.
oh my god. I got curry sauce. Hey, Jeeves, does I don't know if you go to McDonald's, but does McDonald's in Louisiana, do they have curry sauce?
No.
I
don't even think there's a restaurant around here that has curry sauce. I know there is, but I couldn't tell you where it is. I've never been there.
Scouts. Why would a little girl be my wife? It's my daughter.
What was the best tank you saw at Macna? Which tank you think was the best one at Macna, Paul?
Tank? That center one. The square one in the center.
Oh.
You know what I'm about.
What booth was that at?
It was... I can't remember.
Yeah, I like the one from ORA. It's a circle tank, circle sort of zero edge tank. That was nice.
Yeah.
But tanks like that are really hard to care for because you grow algae inside and outside.
Oh, what it said it was Neptune. Oh, it was Neptune.
Oh,
because it had all the Neptune stuff around it.
Oh, is that the one where the lights were coming out from the middle? The only reason I didn't like that one too much was because there's not a lot of space for fish to swim. But for a display, that was interesting. Well, why isn't Woody in here?
Yes.
I mean, in the chat, in the hangout. It was good. I mean, I didn't see as many new products that I would have hoped.
Yeah.
And I think the first day Neptune announced that the Trident is delayed, so I mean, it's a little bit disappointing, but
what popped out at you being there, Stephen?
I mean, it was an older product because people said they saw it before, but I like the automatic tester that sort of pulled the reagents. It was big and bulky, but I like that.
Do you know what? Looking at that, Seymour, like when we was there looking at it, to me it looks like they can that could be smaller.
Oh, absolutely. It could be, listen, you see the motor that went back and forth. I think a lot of it has to do with maybe the arm of the syringe to go up and down.
Yeah.
The innards, I think most of it, excuse me, is an empty box. If you look at the inside of it, the mechanism that's going back and forth, to me, it looks like something you would see in an inkjet printer.
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah.
So,
totally agree with that.
But this version 1, and the guy's making it in Lebanon, and I don't think he has a U.S. distributor, but I think if you were expecting to buy that as a commercial product in the U.S., you'd expect that to be, the industrial design to be nicer, but I like the concept. He has to work on the design a lot.
It doesn't look ugly. Do you know if the side panel was on, it won't. It would look like a little desktop computer.
It does.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, but imagine if the Neptune Trident. Look at how the Neptune Trident just looks, functionally, and just looks a little bit sexier design-wise. Imagine if Neptune released their Trident and that's the prototype they showed you. You'd be like, it looks ugly. So.
Yeah. It doesn't like, so you got Phil there. It doesn't like a computer. I didn't like it. If you had plenty of room and somewhere to store it where you can't really see it, then yeah. But like I said, a lot of people, they're fighting for space in a reef tank as it is. because a lot of people use the empty space they've got for what do you call it, like RO unit. Well, yeah, the auto top off buckets and things like that.
Give me a second, Paul. I'm just picking up my son from school, so give me
Yeah, no worries.
30 seconds.
No problem. Yeah, Phil, I totally agree. I think the concept's there, but I think it's too early for release at the minute. 100%.
You talking about that auto tester?
Yeah.
Still? Yeah. To me, you'd have to pick some people to use it and get it where, you've got whatever 30 or 40 of them running for a few months to get some good testing in first before you release it.
What I don't like about it, if you want a brand of test kits and you want to stick with a certain brand of test kits, you can't do it with that because it only does liquid. Now, name a few test kits. Name 2 test kits that use liquid, only liquid for nitrate tests.
Well, Saltwater's out for all of their big 3 then because their calcium. I'm sorry, they could do their out, but their calcium, their magnesium both have powders. Their NO3 has powders.
Yeah.
So not many.
Yeah, exactly. I brought that up to him. Do you know what I'm saying about it?
You know what it would have to be? It'd have to be API. I bet is what they're basing the design on.
Yeah, API is the one for.
So I mean, I guess you could swap out, your alkalinity. You could do almost all of them have liquid alkalinity, but
yeah.
So speaking to the guy, I think he said
API, Tropic Marine. There's liquid oil.
Yeah, TMC for nitrate. But even within Red Sea, like Red Sea Pro and Red Sea regular test, they use like different. They're a little bit different. So I think Red Sea. There's a couple of Red Sea tests that he can use. That doesn't need powder.
Right. So, Reef Keeper, the one you said there is the Tropic Marine is magnesium and calcium in one, and the liquid. So, can it do both tests in one? I suppose it could, because all it have to do is keep the liquid there. What it does, it tests the calcium first, then it does the magnesium after. So it could. My mag test is all liquid. Tina, what is it? What test is yours?
Yeah, so you might be limited to certain tests, but I choose my tests based on ease of use. If I'm having a machine doing it for me, I think having the test be consistent is more important than me, because one of the reasons I like the HANA checker is because it's easy and it does a digital readout. But if I didn't care, if I wasn't doing the titration dripping myself, what do I care? If I have to drip by drip by drip, I don't care.
I guess it's kind of like we always talk about if you're using the machine even with API alkalinity. If it always reads 7.6 and all of a sudden it reads 8.6, you got a problem. Test it with something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the guy, from what I understand, the guy's been working on it for years, and I think it's ready because he's already selling them in the Middle East. I think for me, it's just the design is just very boxy and big and kind of, not so cool looking.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you have a 1,000-gallon aquarium, you have extra space, you know?
Yeah.
And the retail price so far is $800, so it's not for ordinary people. It's for, you know.
If anything, that'll be good for like an LFS when they want to keep an eye on the main display, like the displays. They're taking water out daily. So they can keep an eye on all the stuff. For a shop, it could be good. For us as hobbyists, in the minute, I don't think it's good enough for an hobbyist. Don't get me wrong, I love the thing. But
I would use it.
Test Tuesday. Tell it to someone this way.
I would absolutely love to use one, see what it's like. See what it's like. He said it's, you know, it puts the results into an app and it uses IoT, Internet of Things. So I don't know if it does this, but he says it can have the results sent directly to your Apex or any other controller. He wanted to stress that. He said not only Apex, any other controller. So, you know, you could be at home, push a button, test your tank, and then you see all the results in your Apex.
Yeah.
Yeah, exciting times. Exciting times.
See, hopefully it'll get smaller, get better.
Yeah, the products we have on the market now are what? The Alcatronic by Focustronic, and then hang on, train is passing. Hold on.
I'm still here, just reading something. Let's have a look at this. 5 years from now, we'll have automation down. Totally agree, Phil. Totally agree. Just come on fast, thick and fast. Thing is, he's patented that. Do you know the design of testing that way? So if he gets the worldwide patent, I think he's got the US and European. If he gets the patents, is to say you can have this, can have that, the way it's done. I don't know how that works.
It has to be a different design. So he can't necessarily patent the, oh, it's an automatic tester, but what he can patent is the way that it uses a certain type of measuring device and an arm to go from bottle to bottle and so on and so forth.
Right.
You know, but like, so if somebody else designed one with, let's say, all extremely small, extremely accurate dosing pumps, you know, that dosed in 0.0001 milliliters or something like that. And that's how it metered your stuff out. Then that's a different design. It's a different patent.
All right.
To me, what would be a good design, and that's one I had asked, but I know Michael was busy. How do you get the sample to it? Do you have to put the sample in it every time, or does it have a feed line that hooks up to it?
No, it's got it has tubs in there, and it has a needle. It has like a needle, and the needle, and it has like, you know, the rubber tops. So when the needle goes in, it self seals.
It has a feed line, Jeeves. So,
feed line.
Yeah, at the back there is three. Paul, at the back there's 3 hoses. There is pulling from the tank, pulling RODI water to clean, and then also pulling. It also has a wastewater reservoir.
Okay.
So it's
so to me, what would be a good setup to modify that? Have you whatever, an RO water, basically like a Keurig coffee maker, right? You've got a little RO tank, you've got a little wastewater tank, but then where you can put your sample in it every time in a little bottle. You know, like it dips out of the test kits. That way, a fish store then can take whatever, their little jar, get their water, put it in the machine, tests it. Take the jar out, go grab a jar from another system, put it in there, test that system instead of having to have it fed one for each system.
Or you're not even thinking, or Jeeves, like fish store tests water, but how about you just somebody brings a liter of water, you put it in, and it automatically pulls that liter in and tests.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Where they just pop whatever it is, you'd have to have a preset size. Let's say he sold a little, like I've got a Chemi Pure Blue container here, a little container this size that goes with it. You pour your water in there up to the line, you stick it in the machine, it does all your tests. So then when somebody comes in, they can bring you their little cup, pop it in the machine, and run their full battery of tests.
What Phil said here, he said, seems like the residue from different tests could throw off the reading on the robot tester. I thought that because it has the vial in there, which you've seen, Seymour, the vial's clamped in there. So that vial gets cleaned out. How good is it going to get cleaned out? Because when we clean out sometimes, it's not good enough. They need a few clean outs.
Apparently, from what the guy said, he uses RODI water. He has a mechanism to flush the needle. The needle's only good for 100 tests. Then you need to replace it. But it has a mechanism to flush the needle and also has a stirrer in there. So it's almost as if you go into the pipe and rinse it because it fills it up. And it has a big stirrer in there that creates like a pretty good, from what I see, a pretty good wash cycle. And then the bottom of the stirrer opens and then, I think that's how it works. I think the thing that it does all the tests in, it has a stirrer in it that stirs and washes it. That's probably a question I should have asked. You know what? I'll email him and ask him that question.
And look, Dev said that Alcatronic rinses itself off after a test.
Yeah, I think all of these you're going to find, like even the Neptune one is going to
they're going to have a clean cycle.
Yeah, like a flush cycle. So, I think, any one of these that does reagents.
Yeah, and then Phil did make the point, his mag leaves a residue. A lot of mine seem like they leave a residue. He uses vinegar. I use alcohol every time.
Yeah, you know what? That's something I saw Kevin from Hanna Instruments, and I was talking to him about my Hanna checker, and I was telling him I use tap water, and sometimes I leave, sometimes lazy me just leaves my results in it. He said no, because it can stain the bottle and throw off your test. So he says rinse it with RODI water. Because even tap water can leave a residue and throw off your test a little bit. So,
well, see, have you seen that cleaning stuff that Hanna sells?
Nope.
They sell a cleaner for their tubes, but it's like $30 a bottle. Well, it's alcohol based, so I just use alcohol. And what I messed up.
I use lemon juice.
Okay, see, I messed up and left my vials sitting in vinegar water one day. I was cleaning a bunch of stuff. I had vinegar water. I left my vials in there. It ate the white marker line off, so the 4 vials I had were useless. You had to go buy new vials.
That happened to me too.
The alcohol won't eat it. It won't eat that stuff. All right, it hasn't so far. Granted, I don't leave them soaking anymore.
When you say alcohol, you mean like for instance, rubbing vinegar,
rubbing alcohol. Yeah, all right. 91% isopropyl.
All right, and that stuff evaporates and leaves no residue anyway.
Yep. I mean, you could use denatured if you wanted to, but just this stuff's easy in a plastic bottle. All my denatured that I have is in gallon jugs outside.
If you don't mind me asking, what's denature?
Denatured alcohol is sold at hardware stores. So isopropyl is antiseptic. Denatured is a chemical alcohol. It's industrial. Like you buy it at Home Depot to clean glass with. That's what I use to clean tanks when I reseal a tank. Denatured alcohol. Isopropyl is the stuff you buy at Walgreens to clean cuts with. I mean, they're both alcohol based. It's just different types.
All right, so I learned something new. I might have to replace all my old because I think I left my phosphate test while I was gone to Macna. So I think might need to just replace all my vials.
Do you have the caps still?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know the caps are sold separately. Jeez, I learned that lesson.
Well, the caps are sold separately, but they sell the 10 milliliter glass vials in a 30 pack for like $20 for maple syrup, but it comes with plastic stoppers, not caps. And I asked them, it's the same vial. So if you save your caps, you can buy 30 glass tubes instead of, what is it, $8 for 2 of them for the
Right,
Hannah checker ones.
Can you send me that link, Jeeves?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. As much as I abuse my Hannah checker, that'll give me a lot of leeway. Yeah. Yeah, I saw Kevin from Hannah Instruments there too.
All right. Paste. Oh, I don't have a wrench. Hold on.
No, just Facebook it to me. Oh, yeah, you can put it in.
I'll send it to you on Facebook. Put it in the chat for him if you can.
All right. All right. Woody's sleeping. My son is asking me where's Woody.
How about Paul sleeping?
Yeah, Paul's sleeping too.
How about
Paul's sleeping.
Do you use the calcium Hannah checker? Oh, or you use your Elos?
No, calcium Hannah checker is too much for me.
Yeah, so JB, if you go to buy them, I wouldn't even recommend buying the calcium. I can get it right, but I mess it up as much as I get it right, so I burn through a lot of reagent.
Yeah, that's the only Hannah. I think. Let me see. I think Kevin from Hannah Instruments was telling me why they don't do nitrate because he said chloride. It's hard for them to do a test that's accurate, nitrate versus chloride. But I use Hannah alkalinity and phosphate, but I use the Elos.
Oh, hold on. Dev said he got the new calcium Hannah checker.
Yeah, that's the one with it comes with a new.
I have the new one too, but it's the level in the bottle is so precise.
Do you have the new?
I've got something important to say. Never let the wife do the washing. She's just put my stuff in the dryer. This is a fully grown man's sock. Right? That's my sock. She's put it on the dryer that hot. It shrunk all my socks to kiddie socks.
Oh, now you could give it to. Now you could give it to your daughter.
Wait, smart ass. No. She even put me Reef community t-shirts in the dryer.
I mean, if they have is there a new Hannah calcium checker that's easier than the other one? Then
no, I think he's talking about the one with the little precise pipette thing, which is what I have. It doesn't matter. I still consistently get 500 readings on it, maxed out readings. And then I can turn around and check it with my other two. I've got an API set that I don't use except as a backup, or my Salifert, and it's where it should be.
Mark, you want to put something in the chat?
Yeah, it was just too much. I sold it. I literally used it like a couple times, and it was just when you have to groan before you use a test because you mess up, you tend to not want to do it. So for me, the Elos was, especially since the Elos has like an approximation test that jumps in graduations of 50. So you're between 400 and 450, which every now and again, twice a month, I do the precision test, which gives me 410, 420. But most times I just use the approximation test. to know that I'm still on between 400, 450, I'm good with that most times. I'm good with that.
Right, I'm back.
Oh, I'm out of reagent. I can't do it.
Right. What we're on about now? What's going on?
Talking about the calcium Hannah.
Oh, hated it. Absolutely hated it. Got rid of it. Never use it again.
Hannah checkers. Yeah, I like the Hannah. I need to get the high range because my phosphate is so high, it doesn't read on the low range one.
So you need the one I have.
Let's get some stuff.
I have the low range phosphate. That's the one you want, huh?
Don't forget to like the feed, guys. There you go, Will. And Mama's there once more altogether. Oh, Tina. $15 for the pipette plus whatever for the test. It was better than buying new ones. I think it's wrong for the. Do you know what they should have done? For the pipette, they was charging you $15 after they brought the new one out. No, I wouldn't have liked that. What they should have done is said the people that need one just basically shows proof of purchase from your LFS or whatever it were.
Yeah, pay the shipping or something.
At least to charge $15 for a little pipette to make their test work the way it should is wrong. Why don't you like the calcium checker then, Paul? Because I've done it live on here, and I've done it. I've used the same sample of water. I've used the same thing. It's been cleaned out. I've done 3 tests, one after the other, and 3 tests was all different. You know what I mean? It's I don't know. It's just when you're doing it like that. It's what some of the live streams where I did it. I did it in front of you. Did everything exactly the same. You know, but for it to do that, I don't like it. And it wouldn't if it was off about 1 or 2, yeah, fair enough. But when it was off. I think it was 21 way, then it was like 30 the other way, and it's a lot. pH 8, ammonia 0, nitrite 0, nitrates 40, calcium 475, alk 8.1, magnesium 1600. Link for the replacement. The thing is, if you've got one and it's damaged, like me, I've had mine damaged, and they sent me 3 replacements.
Well, I know that's what me and O were talking about a minute ago while you were doing laundry. It's $8 for 2 tubes with caps. So if you save your old caps, that link, it's the same exact tube, but it comes with a little plastic stopper instead of the black cap. It's $25 for 20 of them or 25 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For 25 of them, they're $1 a piece instead of $4 a piece. If you order them, it's the same tube, 10 milliliters with the 10 milliliter marker line. These are sold without the caps for maple syrup checker.
And what? That's the Hannah link there you put in.
That's from their website, yeah.
That's just took me to their main website with no links. What did you actually type in?
paste. Let's try it again.
Because that link is, that link was just took me to the main website.
Oh, it took me back. Yeah, it took me to Hannah, but it's for round replacement cuvettes. Try the second one.
That's done the same thing.
Just doesn't like you.
Oh man, I think I was having so much trouble trying to get back in. Watch out! Look at Tina's tank, looking like a reef tank. Cleaning glass like a pro. All right, Tina. So what do you have on the right side? Is that a mushroom?
Where? Which where?
On your
right
yes.
Nope, that's green star polyp rock. That's about the size, about half of a basketball.
All right. And what's higher? What's above it?
Okay, so we have here. Oh my goodness! Now he's gonna make. If you guys can listen to the music upstairs, that's fine. That's why I have myself on mute. All right, so this guy here is my green star polyps. On this rock here, I have several different kinds of zoanthids. I have a plate rock down here on the bottom. I have 2 frog spawns here. Back here, this big pink one is my pulsing xenia.
Okay.
Then over here, I've got my big plate. And then in front of that is a pink bird's nest. It's supposed to be pink and green, but it's just trying to get acclimated to my tank. Down here on the bottom, I have a pink toadstool. And then, let's see, right here behind me, my fingers here, I've got 1, 2, and then 1 over here, acans. I've got a green digi and a red digi behind it up top. I have a purple Stylopora from Rico that's doing good. And I've got 2 different kinds of pipe organ corals. There's one over here that's called, I think it's Wyoming white or Australian white, something like that, but it's white. And then a normal green one here. I've got a green plate on the back. I've got my trumpet corals. And then over to the left of the trumpets, I've got a green Stylopora. Then I have a green bird nest. And then over here, goodness gracious, y'all, you would want to tour the tank today, wouldn't you? A purple plate up top. And then down here, I have a big Duncan and then a baby Duncan that I fragged. And it's got 4 babies on it. And then I've got, there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3 frog spawns. 2 of them are small branching. The one in the back with the green is a large branching. And then I have a hammer. And then I've got a finger leather over here. So that's all the corals I got. And oh, and an anemone. Did you guys get all that, or were I talking too fast?
No, we got it. Okay.
My magnesium is a little bit high, but everything looks good and everything's crawling around, so I guess we'll just have to take the reading. I am going to switch over to the regular instant ocean just because of that, because I want to see what the parameters will do. But I'm always ringing really high with the reef crystals, so we're going to give it a change and see what happens.
All right. And tank is looking good, though.
Thank you. It's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun, too.
And what about fish? Tell us a little bit about. I only see what. Oh wait, no, I see a yellow tang. All right, you tell us about the fish.
Okay. All right, hang on. Let me bring you up here a little bit. Okay. So I have 4 pajama cardinals. There's 3 of them over here, and then one's hiding. Probably. Nope. There's all 4 of them. I have 2 clownfish in here. I have a coral beauty. I have a peppermint and a cleaner shrimp. I have a Solon fairy wrasse. I have a mimic tang, and let me see if we can get these guys to come out here real quick. Maybe if I put some food in here, they'll come out and starve.
The yellow fish. I thought that was a yellow tang. But
Yep, I do. I have a yellow tang and a mimic in there.
Oh.
And then I have a little You see the little yellow clown goby
Yeah, I see.
swimming around out there in the front now too. Yeah, they know some food's coming.
Oh, and the mimic tang and the yellow tang, they don't fight each other?
Nope. They tussle every now and then, but nothing bad at all. They like to mess with this little hole over here. They argue over it at night, but they get along really well.
Right, Jeff.
I've got all kinds of little fishies in here. I've got a green goby in here as well.
Jeez.
Yes, sir.
The reason that link's not working for us in the UK, it automatically connects to the UK HANA site. And we don't sell them over here. So, Seymour.
I'm not sending you HANA checkers.
Now they'll come out.
No, I don't want that HANA checkers. I want the replacement BIOS. And I'll send you the money.
How about I just send you America? How about that?
There we go. Oh, they'll start coming out now.
You see them. How do you like
your eggs in the morning?
Your cardinals? Because I've always thought of them. See, the thing that intrigues me about them are they're fish that are always out.
They're super chill.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's not enough movement, which I don't know. I'm torn.
I kind of like them because there is a lot of movement in the tank, that's so that they kind of all just kind of hover off to one little spot. So I like them in that aspect, and in other aspects, I wish they'd move around a little bit more, but they do good. So I like them for the okay. Who needs a new battery or smoke detector?
Mine. Let me go see what's the problem.
All right, Tank, come on. I'm going to move back just a little bit more. I think that they're.
All right, hang on. I think I was trying to make mushy peas and I burned it. Hold on.
He's cooking mushy peas and he's burning them.
There we go. All right. Come on out, Mr. Sonny. You see him, O?
Seymour's gone sorting his fire out.
Yeah, I see him.
There we go. And then you can see the mimic as well. And he's starting to get his colors. And then my lawnmower blennies down there just underneath them on the bottom. So I've got quite a few fish in there. So we named the yellow tang, his name is Sunny D, and the mimic tang is Mango. That's what my daughter named him. Oh, I forgot to tell you about my Recordia mushroom in there too. I totally missed that.
That's a nice tank. I remember when you were setting it up, so to see it, congrats.
Thanks. The whole inside of it, most of it, with the exception of like all the rock and the water and all that stuff, is all from the old system. So the whole system is about 14 months old, but this system is 6 months old now. It's a little over 6 months.
Oh, so you changed the tank?
Yeah, I went from the 50. It was a 55 acrylic with everything that was overhanging hang on back to the 75 with the corner overflow, sump, and skimmer and all that good stuff. So
and how's the sump doing?
I like it. It's doing good. Yes. Looks like I might clean my skimmer a little bit here. Take this down.
Make my coffee.
Can you see it okay? Oh.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yep, everything's doing good. really have to say that I love this tank. As far as the size and everything else, I'd like to go a little bit bigger, but I think if I went a little bit bigger, it'd probably be a little bit more challenging, I think. So I'll stick with this size for a while. The thing I have to worry about now is to try not to, or should I say the one thing that I do have to worry about now is not to overpack it with corals, because I just want to shove as much in there as I can. And I think I'm running out of room.
Just give them time to mature.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think I've got as much in there as I can. Oh, forgot Daddy. Let's see if we can show you. My little target mandarin. Can you see her up there on the plate? Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's my little hunter. She loves her copepods. I just topped it up the other day. Went and picked up some more for her. Now, I have a question. What I have seen her catch when I'm sitting here, it looks like little bitty white bristle stars or brittle stars, whatever you want to call them. Are those copepods, or is that different?
Look like tiny little bristle stars.
Yeah, they look like little white bristle stars. Brittle stars, whatever you want to call them. And she's constantly pulling them up out of the sand and eating them.
There might be baby bristle stars.
Okay.
You get like tiny ones.
Yeah, I don't know if I can visually see a copepod. I don't know how big they're supposed to get. I just know how small they are when you get them in the bottles. So it is pretty neat. She eats frozen, and I would like to try to get some little teeny tiny pellets to try her, but she loves mysis. And then you can see Buddy, he's up there in the front now, the lawnmower bloody munching on that algae. Does anybody know how long it takes for the mimic tank to get their colors? That they're adult colors? Uh-oh. Everybody leaving? There he is.
Yeah.
Laptop
went dead.
I was asking before you fell out, do you know how long it takes for the mimic tang to get their colors? Does it take a while?
It's just when they mature.
Okay. Because it seems like, I mean, I've had him for 5 months, and he's going through his metamorphosis. Just, it seems to go slow, but I don't know. I don't really know how old he is. He's about 5, almost 6 inches now.
There's a guy on YouTube that I used to follow that had his name is Nathan Williard. His took almost a year. When he got it, it was bright yellow. But the thing is, I don't know the age he got it. And then a year later, when I was still watching his videos, it got that adult coloration. So he took he only made videos like every 6 weeks to 2 months. So you couldn't. But I know after a year, it got its adult coloration. So
between 3 and 5 inches, he thinks.
Yeah, when I first got him, he was only like 3 inches long. So, and he's grew, I want to say at least 1 inch to maybe 2 since I've gotten him. And it's hard to believe how big it's hard to believe how fast my tang grew, because he was 3 inches when I got him to, and he's almost 6. When I can get him to stay still long enough to measure him with my measuring stick.
Yeah.
My yellow tongue, I don't think he's grown much in like the year plus I've had him.
but I have him at 75, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I think it's time for me to take the blue tang out there. I think he's adult size and he's getting too big. It's getting to be up there where I think he's at that point where it's too big for my tank. So
I hope my guys don't get too big. I would hate to have to go down there and trade them in for something smaller, but I will if I have to. I just hope I don't have to.
hey, I do all the time.
These are the only tangs that I think that I could probably keep in here right now. I was looking at maybe getting a Tamini, but I think with as many fishes I have in there now that I'm pretty much well stocked. I don't think I want to try to add any more.
Yeah, you only add other tangs if you're taking out the tangs you have, because I think if I tried to introduce another tang, it would have issues.
Even if it was one of the Tamini ones, really small, or the yellow-eyed coal, that's probably.
Yeah, I think he's too close to the. I think the size. It could be fine because fishes have individual personality, but I think when they're established, especially in a smaller tank.
Okay.
But when you get time for you to trade them in, that's the time now to
to decide how many I want to put in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking back at my videos because I just made one recently of the 6-month update, and the amount of growth that I'm seeing out of my red plate and my pulsing xenia, obviously my green star polyps too, because I started out with just like a little golf ball size of green star polyps, and it's just huge. And the same thing with the pulsing xenia. I had 3 little brains, and now Hulk has a great big hotel that he's living in now.
Oh, you're talking about the 2 corals I wish I could get rid of right now. I've tried many times to get rid of my green star polyp, and it just keeps coming back.
I'm keeping mine on rocks. I'm keeping their own little island, and when they start going off that island, like I'm starting to see on the outer edges that it's starting to creep out onto the sand. So I want to pull it out of there when I get ready to do my next water change, and just take a razor blade and go around the edge of the rock and neaten it up. You know what I mean? I doubt that. I don't think it'll hurt it, but I hear you're supposed to keep it trimmed back, so we'll just give it a try. But I love them. I don't know why. Maybe it's because they're so flowy.
You all right there, Paul?
Yeah, I'm just changing my visa over.
Your visa?
Yeah, the US one.
Changing it from what to what?
From Las Vegas to Florida.
Paul just flew back to the US. He's flying back.
Yeah.
Are you going to visit Worldwide Corals in your Worldwide Corals t-shirt?
Or go to Disney World and enjoy it.
Or go to Worldwide Corals.
I've seen some of their corals at the place. I'm all right.
But you didn't go to the shop. It's different.
Don't need to. They're overpriced.
Not in the shop.
Well, it's not a way to impress customers, is it? Putting them up in price, whether it's somewhere. I'm in the middle of doing it. Thanks for that. Thanks for that, is it? Application number.
I've got a little bitty tank, so I should probably take you to see. You guys haven't seen that in a while. My 30-gallon.
One second, I'm not being ignorant. Well, I am because I'm not there, but I'm just checking. So everyone in the chat and seeing 1 second with me.
And the only thing that I have in this guy here is just a couple of little ponds. So I didn't know what to do with the quarantine tank after a while. I tried some seahorses, but they ended up dying. And so I decided to just go ahead and keep it as a little bitty reef tank. So I'll probably end up using it as a coral grow out or whatever once mine gets to a certain size. Then I'll just have to figure out what to do with these 2 clowns in here. I don't know if I could stick them in the big tank with the other 2 or not. Probably not.
Yeah. Chances are it's not going to work.
Yeah, I didn't figure.
It might be okay for a while, but every now and again, well, after a while, dominant pair, someone's not going to like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many clones you have, Paul? You have a pair of clones, right?
Yeah,
I have 2 pair. I have a pair and a pair in the 75. I'm not sure who you were talking to.
I have 1. I have 3. I have a pair, my first ever saltwater fish, and I have a gold nugget clown.
Nice.
I want to get my hands on another one and kind of pair them up before he gets big and mature, because
now they get up to about what, 4 to 5 inches as far as clown, big clown.
The gold nugget clown, they're just variations of the maroon clown. So yeah, they're like they're the most aggressive fish, clownfish. Yeah. I think.
I won't have another one. I'll keep the ones I have. I've asked because when my mom, my tank suffered for a couple of weeks, probably a little longer than that, because my mom went into the hospital at my normal 2-week interval where I take care of everything. And then she was in the hospital for a while, and so the poor tank went, I want to say at least 6 weeks without water changes, without testing. My husband was just the one down here giving him food. And when I came back, well, everything was off, and the fish got pissed. I went from being able to hand feed them to them literally, especially the clowns, attacking my hand when I went in there to clean the tank. And then I got the water level down, and the biggest one likes to come up to the water, lay on his side now, and throw water in my face every time I get over the tank. But we're getting there. They're starting to forgive me.
Oh, well. Oh, your fault.
Well, it's not my fault that my mom almost died.
Oh, you know.
I kind of had to take care. I kind of had to take care of her. So.
I didn't mean that, Tina. I meant they're blaming you.
Oh,
you didn't.
Yeah, they are blaming me. They're mad. They're like I said. They're starting to come around now. They're coming back up to the front of the tank and wagging their tails like normal, but the clowns are still kind of iffy. They're the ones I could just usually just put the food in my hand, they'd come eat right out of it. And now they're little, it's been about 4 weeks now since I've been here every day and taking care of them like normal. And they're starting to come around a little bit more. And so I just have to give it some time, I guess. It just kind of freaked me out that all of a sudden they were biting me. I'm just like, what is going on?
Nearly there.
They were laying eggs. That's why they got so.
You're breaking up there, Seymour.
Everybody keeps getting bumped today, Paul. What's going on?
I know, yeah. Everyone keeps breaking up. It might be my computer.
I was just saying, well, it can't be just your computer if O just fell off.
I have not a clue. I don't think it is. I think it's them. It took him a while to get back on before.
Yeah, so I guess I've been using the reef crystals now for, well, since I set this tank up, I've been using reef crystals. But I'm going to switch over to the Instant Ocean because I keep getting the high magnesium. Everything else seems to be falling in line except for the magnesium, and it's always high, and I don't know why. And I don't think that I'm testing wrong because the rest of my tests are coming out good.
Right.
So I'm going to switch it just to see if it drops into magnesium, just to see if that helps.
Yeah. I see what people are saying.
Yeah, my snails, now isn't it like if your magnesium is too high that your snails and your little crabs and that'll start acting silly?
Yeah, but 1600 is not that high to cause any effects like that.
Okay, yeah, they're not
That's when you go into the 2000s and things like that.
What was that?
That's when you go into the 2000s.
Where okay.
We're all funny.
Alrighty then.
It should be good. Right. See that everyone's it's not working properly. People can't get back in. I'm going to shut this down because it's not good for people who can't get in.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Let's just read some of these, see if there are any questions for you here. Tristan Reef, why are you carving endorsing? Have you tried different test kits, Tina? K-Town?
No, I haven't, yeah. I'm using the Red Sea test kits for my calcium, alkalinity, and magnesium. I haven't tried any other ones, And I can't afford the Hannah, or I'd do that in a heartbeat. But I don't know if, does Hannah do the magnesium, or is it just the calcium, alkalinity?
I think they do one, but it's not in the digital test.
Okay.
It's just a normal test kit that Hannah did. Okay, so let's look at that.
Okay.
Right, if anyone else wants to do a live stream, crack on. But it's time for me to go to bed. Because look at these black under here. This is tiredness. But
yeah, it sounds like
I need it. I need to go. So, everyone, thanks for coming to Test Tuesday. We won't be doing the next Test Tuesday because I'm in Florida. So it won't be next week. I won't be doing it next week because I'm in Florida. But the week after that, it should be good. So, anyone who wants to do it next Tuesday, there's your time. But for me, I'm out of here. I'm going to get some nice sleep after a shower.
All right.
Right. All right. Night, everyone. Cheers for joining. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.